Trim Healthy Wisdom, this new book of ours that Serene and I wrote for 3 years, and now it's out.
What on earth is this Trim Healthy Wisdom about?
We get in these questions. Is it just for menopausal women, or is it just about hormones or peptide therapy, or what about this one? What if I'm a crunchy mama and I've already been following you for 10 years? Is there something in there for me?
Well, let's dig in and tell you what it's about. It's over 1,000 pages, and I'm telling you, we get into the nitty gritties. If you're in your 40s, your 50s or 60s or even older, it's for you to live the fullest. It's how to rock 40 and beyond. And if you're reading sooner, well, good for you, because it's best to come in ahead of the curve.
Yeah, if you're in your 30s or 20s, there's so much to learn about in this book. The largest part of this book is actually about food and food as medicine, and which foods to use in your hormonal seasons that are challenging, no matter which season you're in. We don't want to just tell you how to eat and then not equip you with the practicality. So with this book, you will get 150 free new recipes that Serene and I are enjoying in our own lives.
And a main focus of the book too is not about losing weight, because a lot of that can end up be losing muscle at the same time. We really focus on the very exciting journey about how to become a burning body.
And that means losing fat, not weight. It doesn't necessarily mean losing weight, but that will naturally happen if it needs to. It's all about, Serene, the true way to heal insulin resistance. And we do that with a particular method.
And it's not a die-hard Spartan method. It's actually just enjoyable, simple hacks that are easy to put in place in your everyday.
Yeah, so what about the science? We cite hundreds of studies throughout this book, but it's not so brainy that you can't handle it. We break it down, we give summaries, and I've heard from earlier readers that they find it easy to understand.
And of course, we're digging into the hormones. It's one of our favorite little pet subjects. We go very deep on this topic, but it is the biggest heart cry we've been hearing from women. Oh my goodness, Pearl and Serene, help me find help that I can trust
For hormones.
You're going to learn the tools for that and how to optimize your hormones to feel fantastic if you so desire.
And if you don't desire that, what you'll need to focus on more diligently, because hormones protect your brain, your bones, and your heart. So if you're not going to do that, we're going to show you what to do instead.
And your breasts. Don't forget our wonderful breasts. We have a bonus chapter that we're not really meant to talk to you about. Passion
in marriage.
But you didn't hear us say that. You did not hear us say that at all. We touch on spiritual health, mental health, beauty hacks.
Skin. It's a big one.
Personal tips and tricks.
And protein. But our take on protein is different. It's not just, hey, eat all the protein that you can. It's a very wise approach to protein.
Yeah, wise and simple. Even though it's over 1,000 pages, it's actually 7 books in one. We wanted to put it all in one fat book so that you get the whole picture. Because all of these different points, they layer upon layer and build strength and health into your life. You need all of the principles, not just 1 or 2. Because what happens if you skip a book? We don't want that. It's all bound into one.
This book is designed to give you hope. It is designed to break the chains of inflammation and the feeling of stuck. And just freedom for your future so that you can live your most vital life as you go on in years.
So you're going to learn how to recover your metabolism safely and soundly.
Hey, so listen to the book or get the hard copy and start underlining, or just get the e-copy or just read the summaries. We don't care, but get this information because it's going to affect the rest of your life. So just go to store.trimhealthymama and find the Trim Healthy Wisdom book bundles.
This is the Poddy with Serene
and Pearl.
Get it right, Poddy.
It's the greatest lasses and lastum, Serene and Pearl, and I'm Danny. And thanks so much for tuning in on the Trim Healthy podcast.
But you forgot the lad. You left your whole self out.
I want to intro you.
He's only here to bring us.
I'm a host. I present you, presenting you two, because what do I bring?
Hey,
I
you know
thought
what?
you were the
bring
guy in
stuff before we start. So we were having this conversation right before we started, and I want to continue. PDA.
Yeah.
Public
right.
display of affection.
All right, we were talking pros and cons of it as a married couple in this room, and I said to JD here, who works the camera, JD, you like PDA?
Because he just went on a cruise. We were like, did they call you honeymooners? We're always called out like, you honeymooners, come, we've got a sale for you. This jewelry over here.
And he
Something
was like,
other.
no, they don't call me honeymooners. And I was like, JD, what are you doing wrong? Are you showing, displays of affection?
Nurkling it up.
And he was like, I'm not into that. So Serena and I and Danny were schooling him.
Oh, yeah.
And we said to JD, but would your wife like some PDA? And he's like, she might like it a bit more than I do. Come to find out later, actually, he's a sly PDator, which counts. He does it on the sly where people can't see, and I like that.
I'll nibble that earlobe right up in the middle of the restaurant.
And I think that's great.
Well, as long as, whether he's caught by a stranger or he's not, good for him if he can do it like a secret agent or whatever. But the thing is it has to be done. And I'll tell you why. Because you're mostly not behind doors. You're mostly in public. This world is a social world. And that's sad if most of your relationship is spent without any cute little touching.
But I do have to say you, Serene, Allison, are the most public display of frontal affection I've ever seen.
Frontal.
Never French kiss in front of anyone.
Nate has got his hand up in church. This is Serene in church to her husband, pushing herself into him as much as she can.
Just giving him a hug.
Stroking his beard. Just looking at him with beard.
You'll stroke his face in front of people.
Bedroom eyes.
I don't know I'm doing it.
Everyone around her is like, get a room.
No, I wouldn't French kiss in front of anybody. I don't do that. A little peck.
You do more than pecks. I'm not against it. I'm just saying that's what you do. Now, I don't mind it, but I do see people's eyes. Good for them to get some eyes.
I'm unaware.
Well,
it's overflow. It's just overflow. You know what I mean?
I do.
Like, if you have a good hot marriage, there should be some overflow.
I like to give them an eyeful.
Yeah,
I'll get right up in there and gum that neck fat. I'll pull it.
Yeah, but what does Mrs. V think?
I think outwardly, throughout the years,
What does she think about the words gum the neck fat?
Gum neck fat. It's not real hot.
You ever had it done?
But I've never thought of it as gum the neck fat.
But have you had it done?
Probably.
Yeah.
We've lost pretty much the remaining 100 of our listeners.
I'll get in there. I'll get in there and just to make it horrible, I'll bite the whole ear. Just
the last one, the last listener's gone. You just flushed her.
Woo. Okay. So, but Mrs. V.
Yeah.
Why do you do this in public, and how does she respond to it?
Well, first the why, I guess. It's a two-parter. I think that I just have intrusive thoughts and a lack of impulse control.
Okay.
Is probably the real fundamental reason. I do think that she needs it. She, for the first 12 years, probably the first 20 years, got embarrassed. But we hit a milestone a couple months ago. She slapped my butt in Kroger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
because, but she's into working out now too, right? Works out with you.
Yeah, well,
so
because
she's all about contending and not going downhill.
Well, she doesn't want Daddy to leave her behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I think life should be fun. I don't think we should be improper.
No, I don't believe in improper.
You mean
look at my librarian hair today.
Yeah,
it really
true.
matches the conversation.
Yeah, you look like you could keep an account ledger.
Yes.
But I do think if we should be, especially if we're believers or people of faith, we should be the ones representing a hot, happy relationship.
The Bible represents hot, happy relationships.
Up in Solomon.
I mean, he could have made that book G. He didn't make it G.
No, it's a R. It's not X.
No, it's R.
The Jews couldn't read it till they were... Y'all bothered? Pearl's bothered over there.
It's the gum the neck fat.
It's about all she could take.
And I'm joking about that. No, but
Charles, get in here.
No, Charles is so funny because he is more like the JD. We are hold handers. Wherever we go, he's the holder.
You don't ever try to press him out of his comfort?
No, he is the one that's so naughty but so sly. even in public. And I think that's even very hot because
Okay.
no one will ever see, but he's doing things and I'm like, no, stop. Be
Oh,
mine.
so
See?
he'll push you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Let's go, Charles. He's a
Yeah.
cowboy, dude.
Yeah, but no one would ever know that. So I shouldn't have just said that.
Oh, I've been aware.
Oh, you've been
Oh,
aware.
You know,
Been around.
I could, more from you on Sam.
Enough said.
Yeah, but
This no, you said you
you're
said
the obvious one, though.
she's the pursuer, but to
No,
Sam,
he's the pursuer. In
Is
church, it's not even my fault. I'm the one standing in front of him when I worship the Lord.
Oh.
I don't even know what that means.
no, I like that.
I've
Bring
got
Jesus.
my hands up worshiping the Lord. It's him that comes to give me a
He
hug while
does
I'm worshiping.
do the behind hug. Not behind hug.
This is bad. We don't
He
have
comes
any viewers,
behind you.
any listeners.
He comes behind you and wraps his arms around
Yeah.
you while you're worshiping the
Yes.
Lord.
Yes,
This
I
is
am
the
aware
weirdest
of that.
conversation.
Do women like that? I've
ever
always
had.
seen that in churches where
Oh, I
like
don't mind. It makes me worship the Lord a little bit more.
it does.
Well, I worship him for the hot man, as well. You got to worship the Lord for all his benefits and blessings.
This is like a full, like a complete offering.
Yes.
So good. You guys, if you're offended at this, you just need to chill.
And never come to the Hilltop Church.
Because you will see Serene with public displaying affection.
Yeah, suppose
I
didn't
think
unaware-
ladies want their
unaware.
man to PDA them.
I
That's
think,
my
How
theory.
are we
I
going to
think they
move
should.
on to meet?
I've got so much.
Oh, I know
meat.
how to move on to meet. JD gave us a present. It was sitting here on this couch. I opened it, freaked out, gave him a hug. I don't give people a hug. A side good Christian hug, by
I
the
didn't
way.
get a present.
But you have a present there.
I'm supposed to open it on
I
the
want
potty?
you to open it on the party because it was too good. No, that's not yours. That's mine. Joy one. That's hers.
Danny didn't get
I
one.
That's
couldn't
fun.
believe it. I was like, it's too much of a good
It's fine.
present. I want you to open
It's
it.
a t-shirt.
You're gonna
and
love
maybe it
it.
says something. It says, get a hold of it. and
Show the
it's
people.
got-
THM.
Okay,
get a
that's
ho-
brilliant.
Oh, that's dope.
Have you ever heard us say here?
JD, can you come on the potty?
Get a hold of it.
Get a hold of this mic, JD.
Take my chair, brother. I got to
Yeah,
go to the
That's my
bathroom
best
anyway.
present I ever received.
You got to talk to this guy. This guy, you were born and raised in Centerville. Were you? Hike. How do you say Hickman County?
It is hot in here, Danny. Turn
My
it down.
accent's wrecked
would
because I just went to New Zealand for 2 weeks and I really started talking like my rallies, so I can't even do the Southern right now. Go for it, JD.
Yes, I was actually born and raised in Hickman County.
Raised.
Yeah, and one day we just heard. Were you filming us doing
were
the
the hilltop
exercises?
hike,
Oh,
yeah.
the hilltop hike, and he said, "Just get up." You were
Get a
saying
hold-
to Mike, "Get a
Yeah,
hold
get
of
a hold
it."
of it, Mike.
Yeah, get a hold of that camera. Get a hold of it. It's shaking. Get a hold of it. And from then on, we just loved that phrase. And every time we're around JD, we always say, get a hold of it, JD. Whenever we're excited about saying, I'm going to go get a hold of that. I'm going to get a hold of those gains in the gym, or I'm going to get a hold of that recipe. I'm going to get a hold of that new inspiration I've got. So he just gave us that gift. Isn't that awesome?
Love.
So
it.
I wanted to come up with something personal.
Thank
personal
you,
to get,
JD.
so you never forget me.
I
Oh
know.
man, we got a hold of that gift.
So anyway, I do want to get to the meat, and it is kind of around this subject, a phrase, and it's not a phrase.
We've changed
it's a
the
word.
phrases now. Get a hold of it. You know what?
No,
if you could,
Serene, it's
that's yes to the year.
it's
Get a
actually
hold.
something new today. So get a hold of it. It's
Yeah,
probably
sit
better.
over there, librarian, and say wrong stuff.
But I want to talk about something that I've been thinking about lately. You know, a couple of parties ago, I don't know when it landed. I was talking about me this year just living gratefully. Not just saying grateful things, but living purely gratefully. And it's been going so great. I slip up, I mess up, but I'm already having the best year of my life.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
It hasn't
nice.
started yet. Oh, it has. It
Yeah,
has.
it's
It has. Sorry, in our fake world here at the party, we're well into the new year.
yep.
Bless
I've been
you.
working out.
Well, I have actually. But something occurred to me. I was trying to I'm working on creating new pathways in my brain, solid pathways.
Good for
And
you.
I stumbled upon something that helps me so much, that's speedy and quick, and it cuts through all the gunk.
the crap.
And it cuts through so much crap. And it is this one word called yay. And it's very useful. It's very effective. I believe it can game change your health journey.
And can I just interpret that for you? Yay is yes with joy.
Okay, well, that was my point. I got 5 points. But
I didn't even know. It
I
shows
love
you how great minds think alike.
Yeah.
Is it like yay though I walk through the valley, or is it
No.
like
No,
yay?
it's yay. Now, it's a feminine word. I don't think too many.
Not YEAH.
I don't think
No.
a lot. I don't think it has a lot of masculine energy. Yay.
No.
So I'm mostly talking
YAY,
to females
sorry.
here. If you're male, if you're one of our 17, I don't know if we still have 17. Maybe we have 7.
Highly doubtful.
Yeah. Or maybe
Well, I think we've got 5 women left, so we probably have 0 men.
maybe. In all honesty, though, we joke about it. Poddy's doing very strong.
No, it is. We're actually gathering more.
Gathering. As we cull the herd, we gather.
Yeah. It's reverse psychology, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got 5 reasons to say yay every day and not just once a day.
Dang.
And then I've got when to use it, how to use it.
Oh
So I'm
my
going to be very
goodness.
specific and scientific. I'm going to talk about what it does for your health, but what it does for your life and your relationships too. Okay, so as Serene said,
And I'm
number
allowed
one,
to interrupt
you
occasionally
can.
when you look my way and give me the wink.
Sure.
Okay.
No, and I want you to, and I'll express, hey, would you
But
stop?
if you don't give me the wink, I shut up, right?
Oh, I don't know if I've experienced that before, but sure.
Do you want that in the new year?
Yeah, let's see how that
Okay.
goes.
Okay.
Danny, would you get off your phone?
I was just looking up one of my favorite studies on gratitude.
Okay,
Thank you.
great. 5 reasons to say yay. The first one is, and it's kind of what Serene said, it is saying yes with a more positive spin. Do you know it's another word for hooray? It's a shortened word for hooray. So it helps you and me celebrate the little things in life. And
Can I sub hooray if I want to?
Yeah, you can, but I want you to be specific to Pearl's rules as you first start, but you can. That's called coloring outside the lines. And I'll let you do that because I feel like you're already well established in this. Helps you celebrate the little things in life, and it turns off negative thought loops. It is essentially a really quick way, Danny, of actually implementing and acting out what if you could. You brought us what if you could, and sometimes we don't really know how to do what if you could, but
We don't know how to get a hold of it.
teach you today that yay, before we do something hard or before we do something that it is not part of our intrinsic personality that we think, or something that is foreign to us. When we use yay, it automatically what if I could it.
And
Yes.
not just, you didn't even look at me, and I'm so
That's all right.
I'm fallen
like
into
it.
sin.
I like where it is going.
But not even just before, because I used it today, because Pearl called me up and said, what about we talk about this about the potty? I'm like, yes. I was in the middle of my workout, rep 5, didn't feel any yay,
Yeah.
and I was just counting instead, 5, 4, 3, and I just decided, because I know the number I'm up to in my head, so I decided to do yay for each new rep.
Yeah.
And it helped me finish it. It was like the best word I could use for the moment. So it can be in the middle of it, not just even to begin it.
I like that, Serene. Danny, start thinking in your head what a male energy word for it could be, and we'll visit
For
that
yay?
soon. Yeah.
Men don't say yay?
No.
I don't think it's male energy,
Hang
Serene.
on. JD, do you say yay?
I don't know of a
Yay.
man that says it, no. And I don't think they
Just
should
lie if you do.
necessarily. I don't really want my husband saying yay, but I do want to talk about this right now, the female essence of it.
Can I say yeah?
You have to look at me for approval to speak for a little while. I do think that it's a beautiful female energy word, and I think that bringing female energy to this world that's truly female right now is just so needed. I think there was a time when women tried to grasp the masculinity of this world, and it didn't work out for us, and everyone was just miserable and turned into Karens. I feel like when we really portray our feminine energy, that's when this yin-yang thing happens in this world, and it's a better place.
And you're more attractive.
Yeah.
To your
and
man
so,
when you say yay.
I've said here, I listen to Laura Doyle, her podcast, and she's been exceptionally helpful with my marriage. But she talks about how when we first meet our man, look back at that, and you probably acted like the goddess of fun and light. you probably were towards your guy. Like he'd say a joke and you're like laughing like, hey, you want to go out tonight? Yay. Yeah, sure.
Or if he talked to you,
Yeah.
oh, you didn't look at me, but anyway. Or if he talked to you about something you weren't interested at all, but you still kind of looked happy and interested
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. It was a yay in your face. It was a face yay. And so I am starting to say yay to my husband. And I'm going to talk about that later with ways to use it. Yay, I believe, makes us more attractive. Not just, well, it does, because yay lifts up your cheek muscles. But
yeah,
yay,
look at that.
Yay is
Yay.
pleasant. And yay makes your husband be a hero.
Yay.
So you're more attractive when you say yay, but not just to your husband. Perhaps you're not married. To your co-workers, to your friends, to your family, to your
it
children.
doesn't even have to be attractive in a romantic way, because you don't
No.
want that for your coworkers, but attractive in a like, you bring happiness, joy to the world around me. I don't want to work with Karens, you know? I want to work with...
And maybe you're thinking here, well, that's... Pearl, why are you going on about this? I'm kind of a realist. That's not my personality. I would have said the same, that I'm not a yayer. My natural personality is more of a nayer, okay?
Oh, 100%. Because I
Yeah.
used to be, oh, Pearl, aren't you so excited about Christmas? Can you believe it? It's
Yeah.
finally here. And you're like, Serene, let me just tell you something. I enjoy Christmas when you don't hype me up. I don't want to say hooray for Christmas. Just let me experience it the way I just want to experience it. And that way
I
I'll
would
be
say I don't get excited like you do.
yeah.
Do
But
you
now
do
I-
you still? I mean,
I'm different to her, and that's okay. We don't have to be all the same like Pollyannas, but I'm just saying that being a yay person instead of a nay person is so much better.
But you would say, yay, it's Christmas now in your
now
head.
I would just say yay. I don't have to explain it. Before I had to explain why I'm not feeling the same gushies as you. Now all I have to do is say yay. Yeah. Okay, it's so easy. And that's point number 2. Okay, point number 1 is it helps celebrate the little things in life and swiftly turns off negative thought loops. Point number 2 it is enough. It doesn't need other words or explanations. You don't need to say yay because you just say yay. Enough said, and it brings something to this world.
Can I add? You didn't look it
Yeah.
to me, but it also brings something to your body, and you don't have to mentally gymnastic it to your own mind too. Because yay, I think, is a word that brings chemicals.
Yeah.
Just like, oh no,
Yeah, it
brings chemicals. And you
chemicals.
don't have to explain oh no either. It's just like, oh my goodness, your body thinks fear, anxiety. But yay brings joy, and there's a chemical reaction without
Absolutely. And if you
explanation.
think this doesn't relate to your health journey, it's going to, baby. I'm just going to really bring it. Because, yeah, it cuts all the guff off. Just yay cuts through all the crap.
Could it be the first word we wake up with sometimes?
I reckon
Yay.
it should be yay. Now, if you're saying, well, Pearl, Serene, I'm not a yayer, it just doesn't fit my personality. Maybe it's a heck yeah for you. Maybe it's something else, but I'd like you to try yay.
Okay.
I would.
I think what you're talking about is a problem-solving tool
Yeah,
as well.
it is. It is, Danny.
You know, some of the biggest reasons for misery and stress for people is an inability to solve problems and solve problems quickly. A lot of people just kind of nurse problems along
We
and
do.
they complain
Yeah.
about these things. What was the thing, like, you know, like, God grant me the serenity to accept the
Yeah.
things I cannot change
Yeah.
and change the things I can.
Mm-hmm.
That's really like a powerful like prayer / mantra, because so many of our problems we can actually change.
Mm-hmm.
And being super positive about like when you're like, oh no,
Yeah.
this, like, just never, it's never oh no.
yeah.
Any obstacle can absolutely be like
So true.
a yay, an opportunity to get creative and
And
you know,
obviously, we're not here saying suppress grief, or if something really bad happens, suppress it and say, yay, you know, my child just, you know, is in the hospital because of pneumonia. We don't say yay for that. We're like, hey, let's go to prayer, or let's, you know, that we're not saying yay.
But maybe there is an emotion when you're feeling the huge burden of that, and then you say to your brain, but I have a rock I can lean on.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
Maybe it's more of a yay than yay, like giddy,
Yeah.
but more like I can be anchored here. Yay.
Yeah.
You know, more
So
of a somber yay.
So true. And so number 2, doesn't need a bunch of other stuff. You don't have to go down long explanations in your brain. Cuts off the crap. Number 3, it leads to a smile. Try saying it without a smile. Now, you can say it sarcastically, like, yay, yay.
But I don't think we want to do that.
That's not what we're doing here. We're just saying yay. It leads to a smile, and smiles actually turn on your vagus nerve. Smiles heal your body. Smiles lower depression. Smiles raise serotonin. Smiles lower pain. Smiles get you to where your health goals.
Smiles heal marriages.
Oh, they do. Oh my goodness.
They
do.
draw children to you.
Yeah, they do. Oh my goodness. Number 4 is, it tells you that you get to do something rather than you have to. And when something is challenging, if we take the oh no path, or we take oh man path, or we take the oh I have to do that, it doesn't get us where we need to go. But we get to do something. We take that yay, and it's like, okay, this is challenging, but yay, can do. And instead of I can do this and telling yourself all these things and making up all these mantras, just a simple yay sets
Are you
the
thinking
tone.
about the man one for all of our, testosterone males?
Got a couple.
Got a couple. Okay.
Couple we're working
Nurse
with.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 5, it is speed gratitude.
That's
So
huge.
instead of having to make a big list, and I like a list of gratitude, I like to kind of come up with them or write them down sometimes, and I like to think of specific gratitudes, right? For my husband, for
kind
my
of
family.
marinate in
Yeah.
gratitude.
But it is speed.
You need a quick dip from time to time,
Yeah.
because if you're constantly marinating in gratitude, you can't get anything done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no room to think about anything else. So you need the quick dip moments too, you know?
Think about it. How quickly it puts you into a grateful state. Yay. That means I am blessed. I get to do something. I am thankful. I can. Yay. I mean, like I said, it just speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Literal speed gratitude. It puts you, you know how I said I want that in a couple of poddies ago, I want to live gratefully. Yay is like my mantra word for that.
Because yay is the quick version of, having your glass half full instead of half empty. It lets you look at your whole lens is, okay, everything's not perfect, but yay.
Yeah.
Like there is a lot of good here.
And I think it comes when things are not perfect, because that's when we use it. It can be used for when things are just going along and it really deserves a yay, but we're not even talking about when something really
That's
is
instinctive yay.
Yeah.
You don't even have to try and get it out and shine it up.
We're talking about yays when you normally wouldn't put a yay. Okay. And so now I'm going to just put some examples of when to use the yay when I've been doing them. So Serene mentioned the workout, but I think so many of us now, so many of you guys are reading our wisdom book already, and you're realizing, okay, I'm going to be strength training now. I'm going to be restoring my lean body mass because I have to do it for my future and to reverse insulin resistance. So yay before a workout. Instead of all this, okay, I'm going to do my workout. Oh, I don't really feel like it, but I got to do all this. And all the thought process, like Danny, you and I have said, I feel like a little baby. I feel like an imposter. I feel
All
like
the
I'm
fear
not made
comes,
for this.
all the other things you have to problem solve in your brain, because
Yeah.
it's just kind of like adds burden to the fact that you're about to go burden yourself.
Yeah, or I'm too busy, or I really don't have time for this. I don't know how I'll keep this up. All of those, just a simple yay. Says, yay, I'm going to do a workout.
Well, chemical flow is real
Yeah.
in your brain. I mean, if you're just dreading, like for me, the weights are in my garage. So sometimes when I'm headed to the garage door, I'm like,
Me too.
here we go. And so of course, and it's cold, and like in the winter, it's cold.
Yeah.
I've got a little heater out there. So
But it doesn't touch the cold metal. The
No.
metal has absorbed all the
Yes.
cold from the night. You can hardly
100.
hold the thing.
yeah, in the summer, like there's something motivating about it. Like you're already kind of like less clothes anyways. And so you're hot already, and
You're already sweaty.
you've already
gross.
broken your sweat. But
Yeah.
when you're cold, you want to just be by the fire with like a coffee or something.
Yeah.
So like your chemicals are not flowing the way they flow in the summer. And so this is helpful for me because I'm not even aware until this moment that I'm often headed to that. I can see the handle on the garage door, and I'm feel like as you're talking, I'm feeling the feelings of what I feel when I'm headed out in the winter, and they're bad feelings, and it's harder. I get injured more in the winter. It's
'Cause
it's
you're not
real.
warm.
And you don't just think about the fear of that new workout coming up that day. To me, in a split second, I see all the hundreds I'll be doing.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I see all of it. It compounds. But I love the word yay because it's more like a get to instead of a have to. It puts your whole body in chemical composition in. I get to, like, I have legs. Some people are in wheelchairs. I don't have a flu right now. I have the energy to do this. Like, some people are sick in bed right now. Yay.
Yeah.
Like, I get to do this. I don't have to.
Yeah.
And I think in the middle of a workout, like you said today, Serene, I was the same way. I think I was in set 2 of single leg deadlifts, and I just
Single leg deadlifts.
Yeah, my thoughts were, when am I going to fit this in? I've got my daughter Meadow staying here, and all the grandies. How on earth could I fit this in again 2 more times in this week? And it was like, this is really hard when there's people staying at my house, and so all these negative thoughts. And I said, and my brain was saying, I bet you're going to be really sore, more than usual sore today. I don't know why it was saying this, just was telling me all these things. And then I just shut it off and I said, yay. And it was really quite exciting to finish that set.
It's like putting everything on the box, shoving
Yeah.
it down hard, sitting on the box and saying, yay. Like all that's buried.
Isn't that wild how our brain does what it wants?
Yeah.
Like it's almost like its own person.
Yeah.
And you have to tell it stuff.
You have to.
You have to be master of it.
You got to
Yeah.
master it. Okay, so another way to use it before food prep. If you're of the mindset like, man, it's so much out of my day to prep a healthy meal, when I could it's just so much easier not to think, to order pizza. I don't really have time for this. My life is too busy. I'm not really good. I'm not really good in the kitchen anyway. Just yay. Now let's go prep some chicken.
It's yay, I got oatmeal. That's
Yeah,
what it is for
yay.
me. Like,
It's
I don't have
yay.
time. It's like,
Yeah.
yay, I got oatmeal. I just add hot water.
It's yay that, and here's another one. Yay when you're turning down sugar and devitalized food. Yay.
Yay.
That's a yay.
That's a
because
tough yay.
That's a tough yay, but you got to reach for that one.
And it's giving you that, not just the confidence, but it's giving you authority. Like, no, yay. Like, I've decided this. Yay. I have intelligence about this. Yay. Like, I've got the upper hand on this. Yay. Not like, poor me.
Well, it cuts out the wolves, the demon angel that's sitting on that one side saying, you really feel like
Can
you'll
you have a
miss out.
demon angel? Can I just call it a demon?
there's good angels, there's bad angels. The bad ones are demons. Anyway.
Everybody knows this.
Everybody knows that, Serene.
I don't like to call it a demon angel.
But anyway, it is, Satan was an angel.
Oh, I know. Not anymore, though.
Let's have a theological argument.
Yay.
Yay. But it cuts out all that and it just says, yay, I'm honoring my body. Yay before work. Okay, so today, once again, I was thinking, why do I have to do this work when I have my family here from Japan? And I should really be giving them all my time.
I do that every Christmas. I'm like, am I not successful enough? I can't be off today.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's like, and then I was just like, yay, I get to come here with this wonderful group of people, my besties, my absolute besties.
She means us.
My crazy sister, this ADD guy sitting out there who's brought so much richness to this podcast. These 3, Nate and JD and Mike. Yay! And there's challenging things about your work too, whether that's in the home, whether that's changing diapers, whether that's
Yeah, I was thinking to
getting
myself.
up to children, or whether that's with co-workers.
I was thinking to myself, with the child rearing age, which there's a lot of listeners that are still in that, instead of like putting off and just like, I have to change another diaper. Like, when is this baby going to potty train? But yay.
Yeah.
I mean, those years go so fast, but you don't even have to explain that to yourself about all the things you just want to positively tell your brain so that you can enjoy the child rearing. But yay just puts it all there.
Yeah, I think it's a yay is like a done deal.
It's a done deal.
I wish I could go back to toddler years with more yay.
Yeah.
Instead of being so shocked.
Me too.
As, you know what I mean? So like, I could have connected so much better. And I don't know that there's a loss at all. It's almost by design. Like, kids are designed to break you out of your own childhood in a sense.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the grandparent years are for, is you get to kind of redo those years and you can be an example to your
Right.
children of
Isn't
a
that
yay.
beautiful? It's so
Yeah,
true. You
it's
get to
true.
relive those toddler years.
You can do
more
what you wish you would have
relaxment.
done.
I know,
Like,
it's true.
because I would change
Danny,
diapers with a
yeah.
big nay.
Yeah.
And like, why is this like ruining my life? Like, I want to be doing this and I got to tend to you.
Yeah.
I mean, even that energy in a room with your baby, you know, like I wish I could go back and just cutesy with them and not worry about any of it. And, you know, I just felt, I just, when I look back at those years of wasting so much time and connection with that nay energy with my kids is I mean, it's one of my greatest, I was the greatest fool on earth.
But you only know when you know it. Like we're saying it now, maybe some, younger mothers and
I'm telling the young parents right
they're
now,
listening, and I wish I'd heard it.
get into that diaper.
Yeah, see, to me it was the opposite, but I understand the point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I yayed to all of
She
that. I
did
wanted to
yay.
hang the diapers on the line
Yeah, she
and
yayed it
really
all.
get into all the work, but it was nay when it came to trim healthy mama.
But so many people,
Nay, it's ruining my life when
Yeah.
I just want to make bread and
Yeah.
make salves for the baby bums.
You had to yay to trim healthy.
Yeah, I had to yay to that. Yeah, but everyone's got their area where they want to naturally neigh.
well, the perspective for, I think, most young parents, I mean, they don't have examples of anything like that. You know, they're on their own. Their parents are not like helping them take care of their babies and stuff. And so it's a huge hill. Like, I think some people listening, this is the first time they've even considered that, like, you need to yay it up when you're changing a diaper.
Yeah.
I mean, if I would have heard this then,
Yeah.
wow, I just never heard it literally until this moment.
Yeah.
I mean, the perspective has been there for me for several years, but it's so hard when you're still a child yourself. I mean, in many respects, like, sure, you've got armpit hair, but when you're 22 and those babies are coming, you know, you just are legally able to drink alcohol. You know, you're a babe. It's new for life is still new for you in your 20s, so it's so important to get this
like
right.
the scriptures remind us, blessed are the children of your youth, so somehow we need to, it was there in the ancient scriptures, but somehow there's so much in the ancient scriptures I even knew as a pastor's kid, but it didn't resonate in my mind till later in my life.
Well, back then too, I mean, if you're having babies at 15, you didn't grow up on MTV and The Simpsons, and there wasn't an alternative to like living a more sober life. A lot of life was, there were still they had their own revelry then, but now, kids are taking so much longer to grow up.
Yeah, it's true.
And so 20-year-olds are super immature.
What were you saying? You were saying when you're out with Mrs. V and you're being affectionate, people think you're just your first dates. Or something.
Yeah. We get the sense that people are like, oh, boy, they know nothing about life yet. Look at them flirting and thinking it's great, man. Give them time. Give them some kids.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see them fall. Because we're out there just, nibbling that neck.
Yeah, gum in the neck. Oh, hey, and this is speaking of public displays of affection and private. So here's another yay. And
I thought you were going to go here, but I wasn't sure, and I was going to interrupt.
I'm totally
but I'm
going to go. When your husband initiates or suggests, or when just the idea of marital intimacy, instead of just a straight yay.
Yeah.
Just an automatic, yeah, of course, unless you're sick. I mean, there are times when it's not conducive.
I mean, you better have a fever.
But it also does things to your body. It primes your body. It primes your mind. What if it's just yay?
Yes, and then you don't have to do all of the self-help like the book you read about being a good wife. You don't have to do that. It's just yay.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Well, I need to please my husband because he's a man and it helps him. And I'm like, what if it's just yay for you?
Yeah.
And yay for him. And yay for your intimacy, because it is a yay. It's so, so good for us. And going back to the gratitude thing, that was point number 5. Yay is speed gratitude. You were looking up studies, but we have spent party after party here talking about what gratitude does for our health. Incredible how it changes our health. And I feel, as I'm going...
Oh, can I just say something?
Yeah.
Can I just interrupt? I'm so excited. I just recalled this story. We were in New Zealand recently, and we were looking at old photos and visiting old homes, of different family members. And my mother was talking about her uncle. And she was talking about how he really had a really hard life.
Yeah.
I think his wife died before him, or maybe he left him. I don't know, but he had a little bit. He was left alone, and his children weren't all following in the ways that they should go, and he had diabetes, and he got both of his legs cut off, and he used to be very, very, very wealthy, very extremely wealthy, but he kind of lost it all. So he had a successful life, and now he just, in this later stage of his life, basically was without his wife. His children were kind of here, there, and everywhere.
Is it a real story?
Yeah. And he lost his legs, and he used to love cars, and he had like the flashiest car in their little Teapookie town, and everyone knew him, and it was they call it the yellow, I don't know, something. It was this big yellow sports car, and they knew him about town, like the wealthy guy with the sports car, and he had it all together, but he was sitting without legs, having a yarn with my uncle now, so my mum's brother. And he's this guy with no legs and no wife and not having a great relationship with his children, and now totally poor, was sitting having a little cup of tea and said, "Oh, I've had the best life. I'm the happiest man. I don't know how I got to be so blessed. My life is just," and he went on a list about all the things about how he enjoyed life. And my mum said that he was just one of the most positive people that she ever knew. And it just so touched me, because I'm like, he could have had a list of bitternesses, and a list of bitternesses isn't a word, but a list of all the things he should be bitter about, and all the wrongs. But and it's gone down in the family now, where that story is now told to me. It's told to many other different relatives about how with all of the things that went wrong, and not even being able to have legs, so he couldn't even drive cars anymore.
Wow.
He was like, "Oh, I've had the best life. Like, I am the most," what do you say? "I'm the most blessed man. I'm the most blessed man."
Yeah, incredible. And that's in our heritage, so I'm claiming that. That's a big yay for me.
Claimed.
Claim it. Name it and claim it. Just to get rid of the last 5 people listening.
So
Yeah,
what
I'm
I'm
gonna
trying to
clip
say
that.
is, you don't have to have a fantastic life to be a grateful person.
Yeah,
It's often
to
the
be a
grateful
yayer.
people haven't got the best life. Do you notice that? Yeah. And it's the people with everything together that, like, you've got these rich millionaire Hollywood people that are like committing suicide and overdosing on drugs. Like, having it all doesn't necessarily mean you're grateful or in awe of life.
Yays are for the little things in life.
Yeah.
The little things that no one else yays over. I'm determining to yay over those
Problems
this year.
can even be a yay. Like, yay, I get to work on this and really like become strong in this area of weakness, and I can help other people. Like, yay, I actually get to be a problem solver. I get to have victory in this area. Yay. Like, it's so great. I feel like problems can catapult you into a strength even beyond where other people didn't struggle, and it's a yay.
Practically speaking, do you guys have any more situations where we could yay over? And then I want to end with a word maybe that the masculine energy could embrace. For the
I got
guys
I got some yay two makeup vanities that I put together over Christmas.
Yeah.
Since for my 2 daughters, my mom thought it would be a great idea to bless me with 3 full days of work.
Oh, yeah.
And had to pull up that yay.
Yeah, you did.
And because
Because, man, when you're putting something together, ooh.
Well, I really did have the thought of, you know what? Because I put it together like in the middle of the group.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't going out
Yeah.
to be alone.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna
Yeah.
pass me the screwdriver.
Right.
Like, if I need you to run and get something, I need.
That kind of makes it fun for everybody.
It helped out. It helped me a lot because I was just talking and stuff. But I really kind of enjoyed that my kids got to watch an example of going hours of focus and consistency and just staying on it, because it was overwhelming. You get all these parts out.
And this is Christmas Day.
This was the day after.
Yeah.
And then the day after that. And then the day after that. But you get all these parts and pieces out, and it looks, I mean, even in a thick booklet of how to do it.
And the booklets are created to confuse.
Oh, man, they were not written by Americans. Words are left out, and numbers are wrong, and they meant this but said that, and it's hard. But,
and there's pieces you think, oh, well, I must have missed that. Where does this little washer go? But it was extra. wasn't even designed to
they
fit
do.
in there, and you kind of undo the
Yeah.
whole thing again to fit this washer in that doesn't even belong.
And the first one you build twice.
Yeah, of course
because you
do.
forgot that one part
Yeah.
that must be there, or the thing collapses. Well, yeah, it was fun. I actually yayed it up. You know,
You yayed it up.
in past Christmases, I've been like, the week's ruined.
Yeah.
I have to work. And this time it was like, this is part of the week. This is a fun thing. I put together the thing for the kid.
I love that.
And I feel like another yay for me is there can be the yay in settling down. Like when I went on my 2-week trip overseas, it was like into New Zealand. I was like, yay, like I get to unwind. But there was just as much a yay to get back in life and get back into good, healthy habits that were going to require work and were going to require commitment and require that jump in the deep end, cold plunge kind of feeling where like, I just got to get back to this, you know, and I'm totally out of the habits. But there can be a yay to that. There can be an
Yes.
excitement to that really helps get back into habits.
Yeah.
Now, Dan, as we close the sermon, do you have something that the men could embrace? Because wives aren't going to go tell their husband, we need to say yay more, honey.
No.
Well, I don't
It's
think
not
they
gonna
should
go
tell them
down.
to go say the masculine version either.
No, I don't. Oh, it's only for any man listening.
Yeah, don't go tell your spouse because it's just like,
This is for you to be a yay or you females.
because guess what? I believe yay is catchy and they'll
Yeah.
find their own thing. Positive people, I feel like they inspire.
Or
positivity.
maybe we only need one yayer in the home anyway.
That's
You know what
okay.
I mean? But for any man inspired, I know we do have some men listening because I hear from them. Is there anything masculine that a man could say that is kind of like?
Yeah, I mean,
along
men say, try to say men, not guys. Guys is
Yeah.
easy, but yeah, men, we say things like, let's go.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, we say things like, let's get it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
get her done.
I like it.
Um,
Autumn says let's go, and I love it when she says it. She says it to me. It's her yay.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, let's
Sahara
go.
does it too, which is
Yeah.
my other niece. And they said it the whole way through New Zealand. Like whenever they got excited,
Oh.
let's go.
Yeah, or if I come out of the gym and I said, "Oh, Autumn, I went up in weight station," she's like, "Let's go, Mom," and I just feel fantastic.
I've got other mantras, like,
Is heck yeah a good thing or no?
oh yeah, that's,
Heck yeah.
I've just saved all the like, F yeah, heck
Yeah.
yes. I mean, that's what we really,
Yeah,
that's the
men
real
do that.
replacement. If you want to know the truth, but, you know, other mantras, like I love to tell myself, I'm the one to do this. Like others can't and will quit, but I'm kind of the one. I'm the one.
Yeah, that's a very
I will show up
masculine
and
energy.
I will do
Yeah.
this because others will cry and wimp out. And so I'm actually uniquely skilled to do what others cannot.
You're
do.
bringing
I
the
just-
hero gene.
I just
Yeah.
remembered another thing that we talked about when we were in New Zealand because we were talking about all the deceased relatives. And my mum said our grandfather would say, you know, the good man is never stuck. It was one of his lines. Now my son is using that for undefeated men. But he also said, why be second man when you can be first?
Yeah.
Like,
Why be second man? Like you're the one to be first.
Step
Why would
up.
you? Yeah.
You talked about yay for women in intimacy, but I've got a yay or a heck yeah for men to get to intimacy
Okay.
because
I'm confused.
I'll
You can
fix it.
explain.
It'll be great. You're going to love it. A new trick
Yeah.
I'm learning and may forever have to just refresh is listening. And you can't just, and I hope guys are have their notepads out because you can't just listen with your ear pointed at her. You have to listen with your heart and you have to listen in a way that makes her feel really cared for. For me and a lot of men, I know for sure, because I've talked to my man friends about this, is we keep waiting on the day for our wives to sit us down and in under 5 minutes explain to us whatever the problem is in a concise, bullet-pointed manner that gets right to the point in a linear, data-driven fashion. Because that's how our brains work. That's how we work with our other males. We quickly, okay, we got that item too. I have found, at least my woman, and rumor has it, most women are this way. My woman comes and speaks and processes
Yes.
out loud to me. And I can sometimes feel like a sounding board that's being used and abused while she pours gallons of processing and emotion and theory out that seems to have no purpose and no end. Okay.
Yeah.
But here's the secret. Here's the secret for you fellas. All right. That, first of all, is good for you. You actually need that in your life. And if you didn't have that, the thing that bothers you and you complain about and you wish would be different, you would be half the man you are, and you would be single and alone. Okay. That thing, if you can start to receive that and allow that to be at first, it's going to feel like it's being poured upon you in an unfair manner. But if you will intently listen and not offer solutions, and this is old news, but it's like, we never do this right. And I'm doing it right, I think, as of week 1. Mm-hmm. As of Christmas, I started picking up this new trick. So what I said is, I came to my wife and I said, hey, can we, for starters, and we can do this more, but for starters, once a week, we're going to take an hour, okay? And you're going to go first. And for 30 minutes, I'm going to sit in complete silence and I'm going to listen to anything and everything you say, whether it seems critical about me. I hope you kind of phrase it better than it sounding critical, but you say it how you need to say it. And I'm going to listen for 30 minutes, and then we'll take 30 minutes and I'll just respond to everything you said in the most tender, loving way that I can. Because what was happening is that was just getting improv'd, and she was just pulling me aside as I'm like on my way to work or something, and just bleh. And I would just be like, I don't have time for this. So what I'm saying is that as men, we need to have that, I'm here for this. I'm the one to do this. Yay. Heck yes. For our wives who really need us to listen at a much higher standard than we are currently comfortable with.
No, and I like so much about you go pee and I'll respond to that. And I love it, Danny, because you're yaying a hard thing. That's hard for men. And you're like, I'm the one that can do this. I like that. I also, on the other perspective, I do think that we women can use a lot of words and a lot of noodles just going everywhere. It's the way we work. Yeah,
non-linear and not data-driven.
I like that you're helping her be heard by saying, hey, can we do this at a certain time, and you're going to get... That's peaceful for a woman, because she knows she's going to get heard. What I've learned to do is, rather than constantly do that to my husband, which I do think is unfair, because they don't know how to... They just want to be a hero and fix, right? Rather than
100%.
Listen. Is to say, hey, when you're ready, when would be a good time so we can talk and it's nothing heavy.
Yeah.
You know,
not going to dump
and
heavy on you.
Don't dump all day.
Yeah.
You know, we think we have to dump all day because we have dumping in our brain, but it's not really fair to men. And I found that less words. I'm saying it's great that he's doing a yay, and it's great that he's setting a time, because she feels peace about that.
Yeah.
But I was saying it's not good for us to dump all the time.
I thought that too. I thought to myself, if I sat down and had nothing necessarily if I just decided, okay, let me see what I can think, I will think up a bunch of complaining, and that's going to start an argument.
Yeah, but she's actually probably not. She's probably not going to have much to say at that point, because she's going to feel a peace. I really think he's doing something right.
No, I think he is
doing
something right.
He's like, hey, I'm going to give you this time, and I'm just going to let you talk. And she's going to be like, no, what was I really upset
No, I totally
about?
agree with that. I just don't want women to go and use it as a time to complain.
Yeah, well, that's right. And the thing is like, I think...
Or another way is, I want to hear your desires, because so many times we women complain, but really it's just unexpressed desires. Desires not expressed properly, when really we say, I would love this.
When it's not personal.
Yeah.
Like my wife is really trying to wake me up to this, like, this isn't personal. It's not, but I'm like, man, you keep using my name. So it feels quite personal. Yeah. And so it's both. Like, I think while women are striving to gather their thoughts more and not be so dumping, and really like have a point, and really like help him understand, you know, I'm on your side of the table.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. A lot of times I have felt like we're on opposite sides. We're in a courtroom. I've got to like convince the judge and the jury that I'm innocent and I did my best. And even though it wasn't working for you, I'm no villain here. You know, like while women are working on that, at the same time, even when women are doing great, men can still hear it as dumping because it's not a male linear data driven style. And so I think at the same time, men have to endure what, even if the woman's doing a good job, it will still sound like dumping to men. And so men, while they're in kindergarten on this, are going to have to, they need the message, endure a little dumping. Even though women don't need to be dumping. It's always going to sound like dumping when you're in kindergarten.
Yeah.
But once you're in like 4th grade as a man, you're going to be able to interpret her better, that she's actually coming to you because she thinks you're a hero.
And your main point was that brings the intimacy.
That's
because
thank you, full circle, Serene. You know, that's exactly what I'm saying is like the secret to her not feeling like, I got to like do my duty.
Yeah.
When she feels listened to and cherished and fully understood, the whole game changes.
And then if she gets some hormones.
I know, I was just thinking that.
Yeah, don't forget hormone replacement
You know.
therapy. Kiora,
You know.
live in Tennessee.
I think we're done, guys.
Yes.